Absolute Batman just finished its first arc, and I think Absolute Superman finished its first as well. So I think it's the perfect time to talk about both of them with the general story and just how I enjoyed them and what I liked about them. Spoilers for the Absolute Universe, obviously. The story of Absolute Batman is Black Mask is running a gang called the Party Animals. The Party Animals are terrorizing Gotham and its citizens, trying to make Mayor Jim Gordon and Deputy Mayor Martha Wayne look bad and take over the city. So Batman has to fight against them while imprinting himself onto Gotham. The books have a lot of backstory in them, but it is balanced pretty evenly with the actual Batman stuff, and it is necessary because while the origin is kind of the same, it is also decently different with his dad getting killed at a field trip that Bruce won because he won a competition to go to it. Batman is way more brutal than he normally is, with like cutting people's hands off with a battle axe, which its blade is his bat emblem, spikes on his back, which he stabs people with, and he mods one of Alfred's shotguns to shoot small batarangs. He's got daggers in his ears, and in the final issue, his ears can like turn like 360, and he digs them into Black Mask's mask, like his eyes. It was way different than most things I've seen of Batman, but it was surprising that it hasn't been released earlier. Like, it's such an obvious concept, Batman without money, but it was still good. And different with some of his villains being his childhood friends like Two-Face and Killer Croc. But then other villains are different, like Joker being a rich man who never talks or laughs. So they call him that out of irony. In the final issue, it shows Joker being experimented on out of his own free will, I think, with him covered in stuff like skin and fetuses, and he says, release Bane. So that's probably what the next arc will be about. All in all, a solid 8 out of 10. Alfred's an assassin, by the way. The story of Absolute Superman is Superman arrives on Earth after already living on Krypton and growing up on it a bit, working on stopping a militia called the Lazarus and their peacemakers. It has way more backstory than there is showing Clark actually being a superhero, which I would have liked to see, but like I said about the Batman one, it is necessary because the origin is different to the standard origin of Superman, with Krypton having a class system where there's the scientist elites who are the rich, stuck up people in the world, and the lower class, which Clark is a part of. The scientist elites know that Krypton is going to explode, but don't want to save the lower class. So Clark's mom, Lara L, makes a spaceship to escape with as many of the lower class citizens as the ship can hold. I personally am very excited to see where this story is going to go, because I would like to see this version of Superman going around, saving people, rising to be the center of hope that he is in the main line, even though he has lost everything, kind of going through it. It's also a little weird, though, with him having a weird talking suit that saves his ass all the time with a cape that can burn off unbreakable material, save multiple people, and hack into stuff. Clark will probably lose the suit or the AI that's helping him, adding some stakes to it. It also is teasing Brainiac with him being an AI working for or made by Lazarus. Overall, it was pretty enjoyable. Just wish there was more of President Clark, but it'll probably show us more later. About a 7.5 out of 10. I only read issue 1 and 2, by the way. The story of Absolute Wonder Woman is that instead of being raised with the Amazons on Themyscira, she was raised in Hell, and it has something to do with monsters invading Gateway City. I don't remember caring about this one a whole lot because, one, the art style was not good to me. Two, I don't care about Wonder Woman insanely. And three, it just didn't seem like it would be all that interesting, but that could just because it was the first two issues. Even though it was only the first issue of Absolute Flash, it seemed like it would be pretty interesting, with them leaving things in the air a little bit, to keep you intrigued. With Barry being dead by the end of it, and experiments happening in some underground lab, it left on a cliffhanger with Wally running away by some of the rogues, I think. Absolute Martian Manhunter seems like it could be promising, but it kinda had me confused. But I think I understand it now. John Jones is already an actual detective, and the Martian is kinda just hanging on to him to become the Martian mindfucker. I didn't get a lot about this one. Overall, the Absolute series seems like it's pretty promising. I'm excited to see how they're going to set up the Justice League and how they're going to do it, and how they're going to set up Trinity themselves since, they started off with them.